Good afternoon. Unable to feed filament into the extruder. Oh no. 1 second. Let me see. Unable to feed filament. Which filament? Okay. Hopefully that works. Been trying to 3D print this damn napkin holder for my wife all weekend long, and it keeps feeding white filament instead of this tan filament for a turkey, and it's annoying. Let's see. So, how is everyone doing on this wonderful Saturday? I like to check in. I've got a couple store eyes for your sore eyes. Let's see here. Doobie doobie like doo. Check in. Stream is working. Got my Christmas tree barely up. I need to manage all the branches still, and then I have quartering themed ornaments to go on it. How do you guys like this new camera angle? I definitely aped it from Devori Darkins. No question about that. But I also fixed, I don't know if anybody even noticed. I don't know if anybody even noticed this, but there used to be like a weird, like the top half of my video had like this glare on it all the time. I thought it was my lighting. I thought it was the sunlight coming in. It turns out that it was the teleprompter, which I never used anyway. So I just turned that off, and then suddenly my video got way more clear. I don't know. The checkered wall is tacky. Well, I don't think so. It matches my colors for the show. I guess I could go with kind of like wood paneling like everyone else does. Maybe that, something like that. Do I get free tracking with toenail clippings I ordered? Sure. Can't see my feet from this angle. That's true. Yesterday, almost all YouTube videos were really dark. It's better today. Interesting. Do 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 ba 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 ba. Hope your wife gets better soon. I do too. Surgery is not for 13 more days, and believe me, we're really, really, really looking forward to it. She's in a lot of pain, and it's been a really hard year. Now we know the truth about X. So it's gonna be pretty. I think it's gonna be. We just want her to get this surgery, you know. Festivus pole needed for set. I could put one in right here. Is there a Festivus pole I could buy? I'll put it up there. It does look better, yeah. Especially this, like especially the, well, not, I mean, like when I size it right. Like I think this looks really good. And like it's just much more clear. Hey Jeremy, I know you're hustling because you got Huck bills and wife bills and Christmas bills, but dude, you've had a bit of a rough go. You need a break. I know. I'm gonna take a vacation after my wife's done healing. So like January, A vacation just means I'll go down to Longboat Key to the Rumble headquarters and do some promotion there, but I'll like give myself a long weekend or something like that. I think going to Arizona will be fun too. I have surgery Monday for my back. I wish your wife the absolute best. Hey, I wish you the best. Back pain is a huge pain in the rear end. Take a vacation and shoot some coyotes with Luke. Any opportunity to take out yotes, I will. I've never hunted in a warm weather climate in Miami or in Florida. I don't know what the hunting laws are there for coyotes. Where I live, it's year round. Yeah, I think the tree with this, I've got obviously some more decorations to put up, but I just got the tree up now. I'm just trying to think of what to call this video quick. Did you guys see everything that was going on X last night? It's absolutely great. Absolutely great. Let's see. Stream really does look a lot better. Okay, so people, yeah, I think it looks way better. A lot of it was coming from when I had this teleprompter on, it was creating like a weird, let me see if I can pull up. I don't think anyone really noticed this, but like, let's go here, right? Let me go to my YouTube channel, okay? And let me pull up Alex, like a video from before I figured out what the problem was. This maybe? Okay. I've been talking about what I believe. So it's not as obvious here, but when I go to this view, I just think it looks, look at how washed out it is here and look at how crisp it is now. And that's just because of the teleprompter. Like it's super washed out, even here. So I think it looks much better. I think it looks much better, especially the big screen. It's all the same equipment. It wasn't bad, but you can definitely tell the difference. Yeah, when I show it side by side, you can definitely see the difference. Yeah, I feel so stupid for having this damn teleprompter on here, making it look like crap for the last 4 months. Like I get all these comments and people will be like, oh, it looks worse, it looks worse. And I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. It looks so cool now, this, that, and the other thing. But like, now that I figured out how to get rid of that glare, it's just so much more sharp. You're like super upscaled HD now. Yeah, yeah. Let me type this. Let's see. Almost all, what do I call this video about the X, like, let's see. Let's say massive scandal. Actually, let me read the same. Almost all mega accounts. Indian scammers. Same with Israel. Wait, I'll say, and Democrat. There we go. All right, time to start the show. I just had to get a video uploaded quick. Doobie doobie doo. Jeremy's in such high res now, he's gonna need a makeup person. I know for my dark circles. Dude, this is the show. Yeah, you must be new here. This is the show. Okay, let's talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. I want to talk about that. And then I want to talk about the brown apocalypse a little bit. Let's see. Let's go here. All right. What's up, Joshua? All right. Got a couple of announcements I might soft launch today since we're here on a Saturday. We're trying to get the whole crew out to Amfest, but I need your help with that. Let's just talk about, I think we'll put this on the Jeremy Hambley channel, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Doobie doobie doo. Well, yesterday, Friday, was a pretty big day in American politics as the Marjorie Taylor Greene saga came to a pretty disappointing end, in my opinion. Look, Marjorie Taylor Greene is not my representative, kind of not my so I'm not emotionally really attached to Marjorie Taylor Greene. She seemed like a nice person. She said all the right things. But I also think that she was not above the swamp. Many people pointing out, she was worth a couple $100,000 starting in politics. And now she's retiring 2 days after her vested insurance kicks in. And she's worth something like $25 million now. Her stock portfolio exploding. Marjorie Taylor Greene is not above criticism. In particular, I think this might offend some people who really love Marjorie Taylor Greene. And again, I kind of nothing her. She seems like a nice lady. I think she made her bag and now she's dipping. Her polling numbers were very, very low. The internet loved her, but she was polling at something like 12%. She made $25 million in her time, her limited time. And now she says, I don't want to be in politics anymore. It kind of reeks of the you can't fire me, so I quit stuff. But I don't think the way Trump is reacting is good. I don't think the way that Laura Loomer is reacting is good. Is that okay to have like a nuanced position where like I don't think Marjorie Taylor Greene was above a lot of the corruption in DC. She also admitted to, I guess, indirectly, she needs her illegal aliens for her construction company. I don't know. She's dipping right in time for the stopping insider trading stuff. I don't think really any politicians are great people. And I think that people kind of get sucked into that, like where they become a fan. But again, I also don't think Marjorie Taylor Greene quitting, I don't really care. But I don't think Trump should be deriding her publicly. And I don't think so. She puts out this 10-minute video yesterday where she essentially says, I can't do anything about it. DC's corrupt, all this kind of stuff. My guess is she realized she's going to get a big fat salary on Fox News, or she'll start a podcast, or maybe she'll run for Senate. I don't think Marjorie Taylor Greene's actually going anywhere like a lot of the kind of doomers are going. That said, she's probably getting, I think people fairly wonder, was she getting all sorts of threats because of her strong positions against Israel? I don't know. She lost me with the space laser stuff and a lot of the crazy stuff. But she puts out this video and a lot of people are responding. Harrison Smith saying, the Republicans should be ashamed. You and Massey and Tucker should start a new party. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. You see Laura Loomer celebrating, thank you for leaving, enjoy selling out to the radical left. I don't know about that. She critiqued Washington. She begins by criticizing the political industrial complex. I just think when Cenk Uygur is saying you should stay, I don't know how I feel about that, but it's entirely possible that she was threatened. She was very vocal in her criticism against Israel. So I'm not going to say I know better, right? Mike Cernovich says, maybe there is a threat you're not mentioning. If so, understood. If you're truly dropping out due to the nastiness, you should reconsider. Use your power in the split house to drive your agenda, and then don't run for re-election if you're truly done, rather than quit early. A lot of people are really sad that she's going. You know, she took no money for AIPAC. There are some good things with that. But a lot of people also pointing out, you know, that she made an awful lot of money in government in a very short period of time. Maybe she didn't get it from Israel, but, you know, this says, you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene in 2020, everything is corrupt in DC. Send me in to fix it. Convert 700K into 25 million. MTG 2025, everything is corrupt in DC and I quit. I got to be honest with you. If the story really is as simple as her taking her bag and bailing, can you really blame her? Can you really blame her? But I don't really love Trump doing this. Marjorie Trader Brown, because of plummeting poll numbers and not wanting to face a primary challenger with a strong Trump endorsement, where she would have no chance of winning. Well, I don't know about that. I don't think, you know, I think the Trump endorsement is not really, I don't know, it might matter in, you know, mega heavy areas, but I mean, certainly a lot of the people he endorsed did not win. I don't know why he called her Brown either, to be honest. Has decided to call it quits. Her relationship with the worst Republican congressman in decades, Thomas Massie. Again, I don't have a problem with Massie. Of Kentucky, also known as Rand Paul Jr., because he votes against the Republican Party and really good legislation, did not help her. For some reason, primary that I refuse to return her never-ending barrage of phone calls. Marjorie went bad. Nevertheless, I will always appreciate Marjorie and thank her for the service for our country. President Donald J. Trump. I mean, that's, if ever, a compliment sandwich, if I've ever heard it. You know, you see this, MTG, the wealth boom nobody's supposed to question. In 2020, her estimated net worth was $700,000. In October 2025, it's $25 million. So in 5 years, she increased her net worth by $24.3 million. I think that is a fair question to ask, while also admitting that basically everybody in politics is doing this. I hate it. It's probably all just a show. I just don't think she's going anywhere. I think she'll be around. Again, not a great look. I don't agree with Laura Loomer saying, you know, one of the biggest scandals is not really known to the public is that Marjorie Taylor Greene's insider trading, and to the extent in which she went to cover it up. Marjorie Taylor Greene is very sensitive about her stock trades, and she doesn't want anyone to know this little secret. What's the secret? She fired her deputy chief of staff, Nick Dyer, because he wouldn't help her cover up stock trades. A source has told me that Marjorie Taylor Greene went through his emails and fired him after reading his emails to reporters because she didn't feel like she was defending her enough when reporters would call and ask about her stock trades. She would berate him and demand that he run cover for her in writing. When Nick didn't cover up for her the way she wanted, she fired him. Well, I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know if that's true or not. Nick Dyer has now locked his ex account down. He used to be a nice guy. I met him when MTG first ran, but then he started doing all of her bidding. I mean, I don't know. Her wealth primarily comes from a majority ownership in her family's commercial construction business. I don't know. Like, the commercial construction business went from being valued at $700,000 to $25 million in just a few years. Maybe she was getting some favorable, you know, construction deals because of her closeness to the government. That's certainly possible. These are just possibilities. Again, I don't have anything against her personally. She wasn't my representative. Luke Rodowski saying, let's be honest, MTG was a fighter. With her throwing in the towel, it's not a good look.
Through it all, I never changed or went back on my campaign promises and only disagreed in a few areas, like my stance against H-1Bs replacing American jobs, AI state moratoriums, debt for life 50-year mortgage scams, standing strongly against all involvement in foreign wars.
Again, I agree with every one of those positions of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Every one of these positions of Marjorie Taylor Greene, I agree with.
And demanding the release of the Epstein files. Other than that, my voting record has been solidly with my party and the president. Loyalty should be a two-way street, and we should be able to vote our conscience and represent our district's interests because our job title is literally representative.
I don't think she's been super transparent about her stock trade stuff, which I don't think, look, it's like when Trump said, when Hillary Clinton told Trump, like, well, you don't pay very much in taxes because of tax loopholes. And Trump just said, well, close the loopholes. I kind of agree. And did she adhere to all these positions? Again, people point out, especially when she's staying just long enough to get that pension after making $22 million in office. I think that I kind of agree with that, to be honest with you guys. She becomes fully vested or whatever it is to get her stock benefits on January 3rd. And so she's retiring January 5th. I mean, obviously that's a calculated thing. When does her lifetime congressional pension kick in? What are her top 3 stock picks that made her $25 million in office? I don't disagree with the reason for leaving, but she shouldn't expect voters to line up behind a future Senate or presidential run. I can hear it now. If she quits the House, why would she stay and do the same thing in the Senate Oval Office? I agree with that. Trump tried to destroy me. I think she already had planned. I think she had already planned to leave office, to be totally honest with you guys. I really do. I mean, she made that comment about running for president. Then she kind of made different comments about leaving office. The bottom line is she made a lot of money. A lot. She made a lot of money while in government. None of that is to say that the money she made was unlawful. It's entirely possible that every dime she made was completely legit. But, I don't know. Yeah, why would she quit before her pension? Of course, I wouldn't either. Nobody would. A lot of the things she's doing are things that totally make sense, but why quit in the middle? It's almost like, is there a scandal coming? Is there something coming? Or people saying, well, there's a threat. I don't know. But I don't like her quitting. I don't think it makes her look bold. I don't think it makes her look, like a fighter or a hero. She was very loyal to Trump for her time, but the last year or two, I think, I don't know. I think she's going to throw in with the America First lot, which, again, I agree with 85% of what the America First positions are. I just really dislike most of the people in that movement. So we'll see. I don't think we've seen the end of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, I guess you'll have to let me know in the comments. It'll be interesting. By the way, also, quick shout out to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's stream. If you're in an accident or injured in any way, you should know how to protect your rights. That's why I'm so glad to have this video sponsor Morgan & Morgan. When you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions of dollars. Morgan & Morgan doesn't settle for lowball offers. Just in the past couple of months, Morgan & Morgan saw verdicts of $12 million in Florida, 34 times the highest insurance offer, $26 million in Philadelphia, 40 times the highest insurance offer, and $6.8 million in New York, 25 times the highest insurance offer. Their fee is absolutely free unless you win. Fighting big companies takes a big law firm. As America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan are ready to take on insurance companies of all sizes. Morgan & Morgan has modernized the injury law process so you can submit a claim and communicate with your legal team all from your smartphone. And remember, size matters. Morgan & Morgan is big. They're America's largest injury law firm. That means they have the resources to fight to get you the best results, and they're capable of spending millions on a case to see it through. Did you know you can start a claim with America's largest injury law firm in just one click? It's so easy. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at www.forthepeople.com/quartering or click the link in the description down below. All right. Somebody in chat said, I mean, you agree with 80%, but don't like the people. Is that a you problem? It could be. It absolutely could be. Like a lot of the positions, you know, like Nick Fuentes has, I agree with them. But this is a guy who's openly saying, well, I didn't vote in the last election. And I'm like, well, if you didn't vote, I mean, like, position, like position ignored. If you didn't bother to go vote, like, I think it's pretty odd. It's pretty odd to me that if you're like, well, I'm not going to vote, but I'm going to base my entire online career on politics. It's weird to me. I feel like there's a crisis of, I'm having a crisis of like, who the hell can we trust? You know what I mean? Like, with everything we saw on X yesterday, basically every major, you know, MAGA or Democrat or pro-Israel account coming back to India, it's like, damn, who do we even trust anymore? Like, who the hell do I even trust? Half the, like, two-thirds of the political opinions on X seem to be coming from India, Bangladesh, and Israel. You know? I agree. We're on our own. We're on our own team. That's how I feel, brothers. Like, I agree. Doesn't it feel like that? We're on our own against the Indian hordes and the astroturfing hordes that are just basically out here cooking up entirely false narratives for the American political conversation. What do you guys think about that in chat? I was not shocked to find it out, but it was pretty vindicating to see. Kimmel off the air. You know, like, that's my opinion. Here's a quick word from them. What do you guys think? I feel like I've never been more alone. I felt alone when I voted for Trump in the first time, but I've never felt more alone. Like, everybody keeps, like, I like Marjorie Taylor Greene. I really supported her. And then, like, it turns out she is just as crooked as the rest of them. You don't go from 700 million to 25 million in like 4 years normally. That's not like a normal thing for businesses to do. The Mamdani press conference made me feel sick. Somebody in chat asked, how did the Mamdani press conference made me feel sick. Like, Trump and basically a communist. I don't know. Like, Marjorie Taylor Greene is supposed to be fighting for America first. Well, she quit, and she made sure she made 25 million bucks before she quit. I just don't feel good about that. It's all drama, don't spread it. No, what do you mean? It's not drama. She literally quit her position. You know? If you open up X, odds are right now, if you're retweeting a MAGA account, a Democrat account, or an Israel account, if you're interacting with any of them, they're probably Indian or Bangladeshi. It's just so weird. Crestview says, it's the same problem that every republic eventually has. The people in power, no matter what side they're on, are simply there for power and money. I know, it feels like it. I'm trying so hard not to get blackpilled, but it just feels like it. Right? In other words, X is playing like a fiddle. No, that's actually not true, because I've always known that. Like, I've been one of the loudest voices about Indians destroying the conversation on X. By the way, I do want to shout out, I have like 75 of these left. They're 50% off. I have 3 different like meme-tastic cookbooks, which are perfect for Christmas. The recipes they're all full color. The recipes are delicious and they're full of memes. If you're looking for a Christmas gift, I have like 70 of each one left. My wife and I are going to ship them all before her surgery. You'll be helping us offset the cost of our surgery by picking them up, helping clear them out of my house. thequartering.com/shop. Go there right now. Once they're gone, they're gone. I'll never order more, but I hope that you will pick yours up. If you just go here, thequartering.com, pick up your MAGA cookbook. Don't print as many next time, Jeremy. Well, I mean, I only had 300 left. That's not too many. I think we'll sell all 300 by December 1st. Another ad read. Well, it's for my own product. On that page too, I don't know if you guys knew this. I made a kind of a big soft announcement yesterday. The entire team is trying to go to Amfest so we can broadcast live from Amfest. That's me, Hannah Claire, Melanie Mack, and Luke Radowski. I bought all the microphones and the remote broadcasting equipment, the plane tickets, and the hotel. Came to about $14,000 for the team to go there. And I'm hoping if you want to help with that, you can still go to thequartering.com. You can go to thequartering.com/Amfest or shop, and you can get either a custom shout out and a signed Christmas card signed by all of us. Or you can get a shout out, a signed card, and an annual membership to our members only area. And that's at thequartering.com/Amfest. We're doing the best we can to go there. We'll be there. I think it's going to be great. And I think we'll be one of the only kind of truly independent news people there. And so we'll be able to interview like Russell Brand and Posobiec and, all the people that are going to be there. So even if you can't back there, let me know who you want me to. Should we see who we should try to get interviews with? Who should we get interviews with? Who's going to be there? Tucker, we're probably not big enough for Tucker. Trump Jr., I might be able to pull off. Tulsi Gabbard. I'd like to have Vivek on and talk to him about his love of H-1Bs. Gutfeld, maybe. So we're going to be on Media Row. Hey, Jeremy, when should I expect a Discord invite after paying for my membership? If you back through the Amfest thing, we'll email those out Monday. If you signed up normally, then you just log in and you should have the option to connect. If you back through the Amfest thing, I'll send those out Monday. Interview Tim Pool. Tim Pool won't be there. Jack Posobiec, okay. So because TPUSA, the reason we're going is TPUSA hooked us up with a spot on Media Row. And Media Row means we get access to all these people. And the only reason we're going, I've always wanted to go, but that spot on Media Row is like $15,000. And I don't know if this is going to make people mad, but they gave us an incredible deal on it. I'll just say that. A deal so good that I'm like, we have to go. Then I looked at hotel costs and travel costs and the cost to buy all the equipment. It was like almost $4,000 to buy all the equipment to do the show there. But I still think like it's a great opportunity. Going for money and exposure. Well, we're definitely not making any money going. We're losing money. A lot of it. I like Tim Pool, but he's too worried he won't go anywhere. I think he still will go there. They did make me an offer I couldn't refuse, yeah. Tim Pool's afraid of assassination? Well, I mean, he's a big... I'm not worried about it. I'm kind of a small player. Same thing at the state fair. You lose money as a booth and a vendor. Yeah, we'll be absolutely lucky to break even. But I'll try to get as many of these people on the show as I can. We're going to still broadcast live every day at our normal time. And then a special show Saturday. I could definitely get Benny, Danica Patrick probably, Riley Gaines. I could probably get most of these people. So yeah, if you want to help us with that, thequartering.com/Amfest. I know a lot of people, it's Christmas time. People are in a tough spot, so don't feel bad if you can't, but definitely trying to offset the cost to do that. He can go, he's just not participating. TP jerked Tim Pool around about scheduling. That's what Tim said. I heard different from TPUSA, but I don't believe that Tim has any reason to lie. So I feel like I wish that they could have just worked it out. You know what I mean? It would have been great to be there with Tim. Because then I could have did Tim's show. Tim could have did my show. I really tried to convince him to still go. I mean, I talked to him multiple times on the phone. But, you know, Tim taking his show out there is like, I don't know how, he has to bring like 10 people. I'm bringing 4 and it's going to cost me almost 15 grand. So I don't know what it would cost Tim to go, but it's got to be, for Tim to go out there, it's got to be almost $50,000 in cost. So I don't blame him if he doesn't want to spend the money. I'm trying to raise the money. So we'll promote that more on the show next week. So don't worry too much. But we've got cool stuff to promote next week. What I'm thinking is my one concern is Wednesday is a travel day, and I'm trying to figure out what to do for a live show. So like, I'll be getting in early on Wednesday, but nobody else. Everyone else would be in the air during the time of our normal show. So I'm thinking I could do one of two things. You guys let me know. Yeah, $50K before security. Exactly. Like, I mean, Tim took a private jet last time. That had to cost 25 grand. And security, I don't blame Tim for not going at all. I'm not worried about anybody trying to take me out. I don't have the influence Tim does. But like, you know, it's the hotels alone were $6,000. So I can't imagine what it would cost him, you know? So I'm not blaming him at all for not going. And I'm happy to take the opportunity to go. And so I'm going to go and, what I was going to ask. So for the live show, do we pre-record a special show like on Tuesday and then air it on Wednesday? Or do I try to go live like solo dolo from my phone as I set up the booth at TPUSA? Which would be more interesting? Which would be more interesting? Buy a cheap RV and make a week of the shows traveling. No, because my wife is having surgery just days before that. So I'm going for the bare minimum amount of time. Setup streams are the worst. I know, I hate that too. Because it's like when you're watching it, you know they're not watching the live stream. You know, the chat. But I could participate in the chat. Like I could still be in the chat. It just I might not be able to be set up and live because by the time like I can't even check into the hotel till 3, so I won't be able to do the live stream from the hotel. And I don't know when I can even get into the convention center. So if I can't get into the convention center at like, ideally I'll get in the convention center at like 10 a.m. So then I can have everything set up and just live stream solo there. Don't get too drunk, Jeremy. I don't really drink on those type of events. I'm there to work. Live is more interesting, but pre-recorded is more doable. Yeah, hey, what happened to the Halloween costume? I never saw anything about the winners because I was Tim Pool. All the winners got their gift cards yesterday, so check your DMs. They would come from Wiener Schnitzel. Why is the shout out $7 shipping? Oh, it shouldn't be charging shipping. Let me get that fixed. Let me see if I can get it fixed right now. Can we remove shipping from shout out? If we can't, maybe just make it $9 and then it'll still even out to 15. So pre-recorded special show, or we could do like a Christmas theme show, or if I get, normally guys, what I would do is I would go in on like if my wife wasn't getting surgery 7 days before this, I would fly in on Tuesday night after the show and make sure I could be ready to do the show on Wednesday, but I can't. I got to stay and help my wife. So either pre-recorded special theme show where I'm still in the show, I'm still in the chat, or get in early. I guess I could do the pre-record, and then I guess the plan should be do the pre-record, and then if for some reason I'm able to get into the convention center by like noon, I could be set up and do a solo show, like a lone wolf show. Your shtick's always been the casual streams with your chat, not pre-recorded Paula stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll record a pre-record emergency, like if I'm not there. But if I can get there and get in, I'll just do like a lone wolf live stream, like an IRL stream from the convention center. Yeah, exactly. I could try to do that. So plan A will be to get in early enough to do a live stream from the convention center. Plan B will be the pre-record. Go live from the plane till some Karen freaks out. No, because that'll be like 6 a.m. I'm taking like the first flight out, but I don't know. Like, I also have to go to Meta PCs. You guys know that Meta PCs sponsors me. By the way, promo code the quartering. I'm going to Meta PCs to record like a new ad for them. So your solo streams are always good. All right, so the plan A will be a lone wolf stream Wednesday. Me from the convention center setting up. You're gonna need time to decompress when you get there. Nah, I'll be ready to rock. Like I'll want to I'll have mad anxiety until I get everything set up. Like if you guys could see behind me, I have the 4 microphones that I bought, all the cables. I'm setting up on a separate table. I'll be setting up the studio here on my laptop to make sure it all works. And then I asked Melanie to come early. So if she can get in early, she could help me set up. And if she helps me set up, then maybe Melanie and I could stream. I think it would be a treat. It'll be the first time we've ever been all together. And we can probably record like a bunch of new content that we couldn't record any other way. So that's why I'm happy that we have this up. That's why I'm hoping a bunch of people get the Christmas card and stuff like that. That's a good plan. Whatever happens will be good. All right, so that's the plan. We'll plan for a lone wolf stream, and then if I can't do it, then we'll have the pre-record to go back on. Traveling for work is the worst. I think you forget how bad it is. Well, dude, think about this. I have to travel with 2 full carry-on bags full of audio equipment, plus my actual clothes and stuff. So like I might actually ship the stuff once I know it all works. I might just ship it all to like Meta PCs and then go to Meta PCs and pick it all up so I don't have to travel with it. And then after the show, ship it all back. That actually, I've just thought about that. Like, that might actually be the better plan. Ship it all to Meta, pay the $200 to ship it there or whatever, and then have them ship it back. Because I could test it all out and ship it out like this month still, like a whole month ahead of time. because it's like 4 microphones, 4 mic stands, a mixing board. I might be able to travel with that. And then, well, the other thing I don't know is I had to print banners. I have to print backdrop banners for the show. I don't know how big those are going to be, but I'll definitely ship those to Meta, and then I'll just throw them out after the show. Like, I'll print them for Amfest, and then they're like $160. It would cost me more than that to ship, and it would be painted. Like, I think some of them are like, 8 feet long, so I don't know if I'll even be able to travel with them easily. Yeah, Meta PCs is base. Promo code the quartering, yeah. So I'll ship all this stuff to them. They'll keep it, and then Meta, like their CEO is going to pick me up from the airport when I get there. And then we're going to go to Meta. I'll pick up all my AV equipment. He'll probably be down to come help me set up too. Ship it all. There's nothing more miserable than traveling with a bunch of shit. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll just ship. Once I test it and make sure it all works, I'll just pack it in a box and ship it. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Sell them when you're done. The banners? I wouldn't sell them. I'd just give them away. If somebody wants them. Ship it all a week early. Yeah, okay, good. Yep, great. See, this is why, this is what I do that not a lot of other people don't do, but this is why I do it. Like, I like my streams casual, and I like to talk to my chat. Like, because you guys help me figure shit out. You know? Yes, Meta is based in Phoenix, Arizona. And you can actually buy a computer from their store and still use my promo code there. I'd probably drive from saving the airlines. Well, what I'll probably do is just ship it all. I'll put it all back in the box it all arrived in and ship it to Meta, and then they'll just ship it back for me because they're based like that. I take them. I'm sure I'm not alone. I suggest do a fan giveaway. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Meta will ship them out for me. There are a company that specializes in this stuff. Yeah, it's too late. They're all booked up already. You know. Something wrong with doing chroma key background while traveling? No, nothing's wrong with it, but there's going to be like 50,000 people there, so I want to have an actual background. Like, because we have an actual booth there. Like we'll be next to like Valuetainment and the Daily Wire. Like we'll be with the big boys. Discord draw for the banners. Okay, fine. Anybody who's in the members Discord, you guys can have the banners. We'll do a draw for that. Yeah, Meta's the best. I use them for my PC, my laptops. Maggie's PC, my mom's PC, all came from there. Daily Wire L. It'll be hilarious if I'm next to the Daily Wire. I don't know exactly where my spot is, but it's like Daily Wire, Patrick Bet David, me. Like, I'll be right up there with all of them. Get them printed at a local company, pick them up. Well, that's what that's my first idea, but then if I just get them shipped to Meta, what's the Meta code? The quartering, one word. Meta PC's promo code the quartering is the discount code. I can print I'd rather print them now, send them to Meta, and then they'll just open them up and send me a picture to make sure they look right. Next to the empty Tim Pool booth. What if I'm in the Tim Pool booth? What if that's why I got the offer last second, And so not only are we going to do our regular Amfest show, but we'll also go live throughout the show with guests, The advent calendars are shipping out probably first week of December or even maybe before that. Spend that money on banners and just throw them out. Sell such give. I'd rather give them away than sell them. I mean, they're big. I don't know what you're going to do with it. Like, one of them's like 8 feet by 6 feet. Yeah. Yeah, I hope Amfest helps grow us too. Well, the thing is, when I'm there, hopefully I can go on everyone else's shows too. You know, are you gonna have an audience during this show? Yes, we'll have live audience during our show. What was the meta code? The quartering, one word. Yeah. By the way, RAM prices are about to like double. So if you want to get a new computer now before the RAM prices go crazy, MetaPC said they're going to hold the price of RAM as long as they can. I'm like you could save hundreds and hundreds of dollars because the RAM prices are supposed to go through the roof. So yeah, use my promo code, get them before the RAM prices go through the roof. You go in my game room. Okay. Let's see. What's the best shoes for your feet? I wear Boomer like Asics Airwalk shoes. Like air stuff. RAM has been going up. Gamers Nexus did a piece on it. Yeah. It's gonna go like through the roof. So if you're thinking about getting a computer, use my code at MetaPCs now so you don't, you know. All right. I have this other vidya I wanted to talk about. Why are they going up? I don't know that answer. I assume it has something to do with AI. Data center and AIs. Yeah, exactly. Amazon bailed on me for my RAM order, pretended it wasn't in stock after I shipped. Oh, yeah, exactly. But it sure went up, didn't it? Sure went up. DDR5 has already gone up at least 100%. Yeah, holy shit. Get your new computers now. All right. I want to talk about the great Pajit apocalypse. Pajit apocalypse? DDR5 is crazy. I'm looking up some for the holidays. Yeah, the supply's all bought up by big corpos. RAM companies have sold all their 2026 allocation, apparently. Holy shit. Okay. Don't think I'll be getting a new computer next year. Yeah. Gamers aren't driving up the price. That's true. I live in Wisconsin, didn't know that. But what? The crappy AI data center they put in Port Washington? Yeet the Pajit, yeah. You can't say Pajit on X, you get banned. Did you know that? Well, the end is here. Perhaps the worst kept secret on X is that Indians and Bangladeshis and Israelis have largely taken control of the conversation on X. And there have been numerous big, not only MAGA accounts, but Democrat accounts and Israel accounts, all exposed just in the 1 hour that they launched it. X launched location-specific tracking for 1 hour and immediately regretted it because the world found out that almost every major influencer account that has been astroturfed over the past year is fake. They're not American. They're not pro-Trump. They are Indians, Bangladeshis, third world country people pretending to be American. Now, I have no problem with Indians using X, obviously, but I have a huge problem with them controlling the political narrative in this country. And I want to talk about kind of the instant regret that happened yesterday with a lot of these accounts and what it really means. for X and the political discourse moving forward, because it is absolutely bonkers. By the way, I just want to give a shout out for the last batch of our cookbooks available at thequartering.com/shop. We have hilarious MAGA themed cookbooks, the perfect Christmas gift, stocking stuffer, white elephant gift. We have something like 75 or 100 left of each. So once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not ordering more. I'm shutting off all orders on December 1st, maybe December, hopefully before that, so that my wife and I can ship everything. So you can get them all at thequartering.com/shop to order yours today. They'll all ship in December, or a little bit before December. Basically, the week after Thanksgiving, my wife and I are going to ship them all out. So X paused the account location feature after less than an hour for, quote, an unknown reason. Well, the real reason was immediately revealed. You have this account, Native American Soul. This is an account that posts leftist rage bait. Okay. Bangladesh. Ivanka Trump, Ivanka News, verified. American flag, bald eagle. Where are they based? Nigeria. Iran Military Watch. Where are they based? India. Now, India might actually have a reasonable reason to like be watching the Iran military, I suppose. But again, Mariana Times, Israeli flag, random cute white chick, joined 2023 from India, account based in India. America First accounts like, quote, Israel Exposed, where are they based? Saudi Arabia. Now, this person says, well, I'm from US, I have a passport, I'm based in Saudi Arabia. Okay. Maybe some of these people are actually Americans that happen to be in foreign countries, but everything is a lie. Colonel Otaku Gatekeeper, politically awake, based in Europe. Wait, I thought you were in Japan. You have a Japanese flag, and you have a Japan guy and a Japanese flag in your bio. You know, Prometheus spelled wrong. West Asia. All of these major, here's a IDF soldier promoting Israel propaganda. Where are they based? India. Where are they based? India. Alex Cole, who literally said that they voted for Kamala Harris. Where they are, who are they? Well, the account was created in the Bahamas and they're in Canada. This isn't even about accounts. You know, here, Sarah Stock, again, nothing personal against her, but in case you didn't know, she's Canadian. Her entire persona, MAGA. Now, she says everyone knew this. I don't know. I didn't know that. But she said she's never hit it. Okay, good. How about this? You know, I mean, your local, typical based man, or local, so your typical local man. Where are you? Jordan. These are all MAGA accounts. America First, literally the hilarious of it all. America First, verified. Where are you? Bangladesh. It's all Indians LARPing as truck drivers and white chicks. That's exactly correct. Mega Scope. Where are you from? Nigeria. Like, these are all, I wonder, what is it? Underscore Megascope. Let me see how big this account is. Underscore Megascope. I spelled it wrong. What's new? SCOPE. 51,000 followers. Megascope fan run political commentary following Trump, the Trump movement and American politics. You're a brown dude from Bangladesh. Let's look at the replies. And by the way, most of these are all propped up by other foreign bot accounts. Look at the replies. 100%. Awesome. These are just bot accounts replying to this account to pump up monetization. This is a Bangladeshi scammer who appears, in my opinion, well, okay, so they wanted people to reply just to pump up their monetization. Right? These are all foreigners who, you know, $300 a month from X monetization is probably enough to make a living on. I don't care. I'm not saying that these people have to be banned off, you know, X. I'm not saying that the world can't use X. But what I'm saying is we literally have thousands of top. I mean, did you guys know Defiant Els is a foreigner? Did you guys know that? Defiant Els is not American. Defiant Els also, didn't they push crypto? The I Find Tards account is not American. I mean, like, the number of these accounts that are going to be exposed is hilarious. I'm talking about a full-scale collapse of the entire political narrative on X in 24 hours. When and if X actually has the balls to turn this feature back on, you're going to see the real conversation. And I don't know what that even is. But you know how I've often talked about on my main channel about, like, nobody in the bars and nobody in the, you know, at the bowling alley, nobody at any of this stuff. They're not talking about Israel nonstop. They're not talking about anything. They're not talking about any of the same stuff that X is constantly talking about. Have you guys ever noticed that? I talk about that. People are like, no. Well, it turns out I was right. Like, all of these people are frauds, and nobody IRL is even actually talking about the same things that these people are talking about. They're all from India and Bangladesh and all these third world countries, and they are controlling the vast majority of the political commentary in this country, in America, and probably other nations. And that is wildly dangerous. These people out here getting tens of thousands of likes saying that, oh, I voted for Kamala Harris. I waited for 4 hours in line to vote for Kamala Harris. No, you didn't. You're Canadian. You can't even vote in our elections. It says there are a lot of foreign influence on X trying to manipulate our elections and stoke the flames of division in this country. This feature is long overdue. It will increase the quality of conversations on X 10 times. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree that these foreign influence accounts are destroying the American political conversation, the American political discourse. And I'm not saying they have to be banned. I just want to know if every single account, like, if you go, and by the way, this isn't just MAGA. It's Democrats. It's Israel. It's all these people. Here, look at this. X's new About This account tool reveals dozens of pro-Russian and MAGA accounts with tens of thousands of followers, long posing as American and or Russian, are actually created and run from India, Bangladesh, and other South Asian countries. Like, isn't that, I mean, here's Captive Dreamer, MAGA hat. Where are you? Oh, Papua New Guinea. You were never MAGA in the first place. Like, I don't care if these people want to talk about politics, but their influence on American politics should not be, I mean, this is like the Ian Carroll, Nick Fuentes bot army. Wait till I can look at the number of likes on a post. Like, I asked Elon about this, and hopefully this becomes a feature. Like, wait till I can look at a post that has like 50,000 likes on it and find out that 39,000 of them came from Pakistan and, you know, Israel. Because that's going to be what happens. Look at this ish. Dark MAGA, United Kingdom. Megascope, Nigeria. The Mega Beacon, India or South Asia. These are all frauds. Elite E-Man. Oh, United States, shout out. Weird how all the MAGA accounts are based in India, but us lefties are exactly where we say we are. Wrong. There's tons of leftoid accounts that are based in India. It's absolutely wild how bad this is. They need to roll this back out ASAP, and we need a national purge of the people that are trying to send our country essentially into civil war for $200 a month in X monetization. That internet theory is real, and X is fake and lame until they roll this out absolutely. Yikes. ZG said in chat, I contributed hoping you're able to fund and your wife's surgery goes well. Jeremy, you keep being a loner. Walk the narrow path. Mega has to regroup so we can get a new Mega into office. Yeah, I agree with you. I've never been more convinced after this kind of leak, like this location leak. I've never been more convinced that I want to walk kind of my own path with my viewers, and we have to take back whatever the hell Mega means, because it's basically run by Indian bots. I mean, there's a reason all these X accounts with 500,000 followers can't survive on YouTube where they have to show their face. You know what I mean? There's a reason for that. And so with that, I want to wrap up my super secret Saturday stream by thanking everyone for being here and letting you guys know, hopefully 3 weeks from today, we will be broadcasting live from Amfest Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thanks to all of your support. Going to thequartering.com/shop, picking up one of my last cookbooks, or going to thequartering.com/Amfest and getting a deal on our membership, getting one of our signed Christmas cards that we're going to get out. I don't know if it'll get to you by Christmas, but certainly by the end of December or early January. Basically, if I can't get the Christmas cards printed and signed while I'm at Amfest, I'll have to mail them around to everybody and get everybody to sign them. But I appreciate all your support and everybody, supporting coffeebrandcoffee.com too. That shit matters a ton. And I know a lot of people get annoyed with the ads, but I got to make a living, and I'm trying to do so with my own products. Ideally, I'll never have to do ad reads again if Coffee Brand Coffee gets big enough, or if, our member stuff gets big enough. Appreciate Jeremy. I'm praying for your wife's surgery. Thank you. So I'm going to jump off, get some editing done, finish decorating my studio, and we'll see you guys back Monday at 2 Eastern. We'll be live. Hannah Claire will be my co-host on Monday. I appreciate you guys. I love you.